Hi, I'm going to talk about Joker a little more. And what I'm going to do in this one, not talking about really all bit by bits of the film Joker. Yes, that is the film I'm watching. On Amazon. um, Miss Claire, so I'm going to talk about the Joker's hidden character arc. Yes, there is a hidden character arc. Now, I'm not talking about from how. Now, I should explain what a hidden character arc means. Means that the characters is the Joker is. I'm going to talk about his character arc, which is his character arc, which is basically him slowly coming out and talk about what Arthur's Fleck personality is. So we find out from he's not doesn't have a mother or father, so he's not Fleck or Wayne. He is this Arthur, and he hates the name and adopts the name Joker. But before he does that, we see that not just being a nice. Not only he's not a nice guy, he's also a bit of a stalker and a pathological liar towards everyone. And much like what makes the Joker great and interesting character is that he seems in the comics, he seems such a real person, but yet you don't really know what his identity is. And the Joker movie stays true to that spirit by throwing you in several different directions, by giving you a splash of memories that he actually had, but a splash of delusions that he has, that are fantasies that he made up. And he might not even know that he made them up. Given that he's on 7 different medicines, meaning that he has 7 different mental illnesses. And he wrote a joke in the joke book saying that the worst part is about having mental illnesses, people expecting you not to act like you have one. Basically what it says. And he finds this, and the reason how I can tell this is a joke, because he finds this funny. And this is way before he comes to Joker, and he finds all this stuff, like either one that says, I hope, when his therapist reads, I hope that my death makes more sense than my life. He finds that funny also. So, even that's a joke to him. What I think is not all of it. I think not only some of them. Here's what I think about the joke book. The Joker's joke book. And I'm going to talk about that now. I don't think some of them are mixed bags of jokes and rational thoughts. I think they're only jokes that he gets. Hinting at the joke, hinting at the Joker's almost is Joker. The real Joker is almost ready to come out of his shell. And I also think that this is actually, the whole movie takes place in the Joker's head when he's already locked up in Arkham, given we see him locked up in a mental institution. And the only mental institution that exists in comic book lore is Arkham Asylum. So also hinting at the Joker's wing just dying to break out of Arkham, which is, that's probably where Joker 2 would leave off. If there's a Joker 2, it'll probably be Joker, showing more psychological studies of Joker, but it would probably be the Joker just breaking out of Arkham or dying to break out of Arkham, or maybe they might say him. Maybe they won't break him out of Arkham until the third one. in order to take his time. And maybe he might find peace, a temporary peace in Arkham Asylum as the Joker. These are the theories now. The whole thing is to say, but this one just there's and he would find peace in as the Joker in Arkham Asylum if Harley Quinn is his own psychiatrist. But then Batman will convince her, if Batman is in the sequel, will convince her that he doesn't really care about anyone but him other than himself. Then it'll make Harley question Joker's feelings for her. And if she says that he's full of it, this might push the Joker a little over the edge, more than he was over the edge by the end of the film. And to a point, and I'll say that what happens next in the third installment. And so where the Joker is at the end of the Joker is he's fully embraced the madness. And I think the reason why he laughs is not a conditional reason, as you would think. I think that's another one of his I think he does that. I think he does the reason why he does the laugh in this film. It's for fun. It's because he's having a good time, but he brushes it off as a mental illness because that's what his mother told him. So he believed his mother instead of saying it for himself. So he becomes conditioned, not saying and he doesn't become comfortable. It seems like he doesn't really become fully and comfortable who he is until the end. And I honestly think that after he gets jumped by the kids when he's laughing, I think he's acting. I think he is acting to find that he finds it sad when he really finds the whole thing funny. And another thing that the joke could be that he finds funny that's at the end of Joker is that he knows that he's full of shit. That is a pretty funny thing. So when you really look at it, I'm sorry if I'm speaking loud. I have Dad yelled in my ear. Kind of fucked up my ear. He not on purpose. He just did it. It really echoed in my ear. And, now this is kind of confused. The one with my fingers in. So yeah, and the Joker's hidden character is literally the pieces I told you, pieces like that. Like, unless he's talking to his, I feel like when he, another thing that's really feels like that is the real him is whenever he is the scene when he is the scene. This is why I think the scene is the scene when another scene that I'm talking about is the children's hospital scene. How I brought a gun to a children's hospital scene. And he drops it. I think that scene, the entire scene, that's the real Joker because how he reacts and how he handles the situation is so feel like Arthur. It feels like the Joker character. His madness is how he which is Arthur's like madness side. The side of Arthur's like madness, and I think I think the reason why it actually another reason why I think he has these fantasies is because he only can see the real him inside. Which is, well, the clown President Brian. As the film goes on and on, throughout the entire film, I think the reason why he has these fantasies because he can see who he really is as when the fantasies start to get truly crazy, not crazy in a sad way, more crazy in a Joker and Tim anyway, is because he alone can only see the true sanity and or should I say insanity he's truly capable of on the inside, but he doesn't fully embrace it until the end. And when I say the end, I mean the very end, when he's locked up in Arkham Asylum. This is also the only scene when he actually kills someone just for the heck of it. Just for the fun of it, for the fun of it, while singing and dancing to the song "That's Life" by Stephen Santai, and see, before the Arkham scene, when he kills the therapist, I think he's only embracing bits and pieces of his madness, but doesn't fully go out or embracing his madness until he's locked up in Arkham. Which, when you really think, but another thing, I think is that the Joker's in Arkham all throughout the entire 2-hour run of the film. So I think he's looking back on his more innocent time before he goes fully embraces his identity as a Joker by fully embracing the madness and fully cutting loose on the madness. And that's why I think the best scene in this movie is that hospital scene, him in Arkham Asylum. I think that's why that's my favorite scene, because he just, completely embraces and gives into the madness that he's capable of, that he's been fantasizing above, and that he has shown in the public's eye from time to time. But I think another reason why I think that what he finds the joke fine, because before he got locked into Arkham Asylum, he never got to fully embrace the madness. Now when he finally feels comfortable to embrace the madness, he's all locked up in Arkham Hospital. I'm just thinking of what else he could be laughing about. But so maybe we'll see him break out of Arkham and see him go out all full out Joker from beginning to end. But it has to have a very also has to have a good story for Joker. The sequel, if there is one. I would like to see a Joker trilogy. I also would like to see a Batman trilogy with this world's Batman that All You Can Use Joker takes place in. And that's my thoughts on the Joker's character arc. I didn't go through the entire film like I did with my review. I just talked about his character arc and the hidden character arc for the Joker that's sprinkled throughout the film. That I also think there's a possibility that the Joker might be Arthur Fleck's alternate ego, meaning he might have one more than personality. Given this just getting based off what I have seen from him, and I think by the third act is when the Joker's ego fully takes over of Arthur's, and because Arthur is pretty weak and pathetic, and sad, to the point he might not even want to go on with his life. So the Joker might take over, or it could be very symbolic of the Joker, Arthur's madness, completely taking over in a very symbolic way. Meaningful way. It could just be trying to be symbolic as hinting at madness is slowly taking over Arthur's life, and he is becoming the Joker. I like the second one more. Madness is slowly conquering Arthur's life, and he's slowly becoming the Joker. That just seemed interesting to me, and yeah. That's all I got. I'm going to get a drink of water right now because this really took a lot out of me. I had to think really, really hard about this.